pumping bill. We have a lot of customer problems now.
Yeah. Well, as we realize our budget, we're
Yeah, you're
going,
kinda-
what do we
Yeah.
do?
Try
yeah, right. So, what we have with this is, looks like we paid 1,130, I'm sorry, I should have twisted can I still?
Jeez,
I
there
can.
you go.
So Captain's Wheel, we just pumped them last month, right before Bayview Days.
Mhm.
Then they had some backup problems, at their restaurant. They called us, they said we need to be pumped again.
Because their
we're-
plumber said it was on our end.
Their plumber said, yeah, that they,
Tank.
yeah, that there was a problem with the tank and it needed to be pumped and things like that, so, their plumber recommends that we do this, so Bob calls them out, go ahead, you,
Came from there and found out that, yes, they did have to pump it in order to see what's going out in the street, if there's things that plugged in, it wasn't. And it turned out it was not our tank, it was between the tank and their facilities. They had to get a blow bag in there or something to free it up, snake it. But, and they did have another company out there doing that, we weren't billed for that. But essentially, when we're concerned about the budget, so we're gonna be addressing this in our ordinances.
Right.
This is within 1 month, this isn't even 1 year
Right.
that we've gone, and we've had to do the same thing again whenever they didn't need it. So, I guess the question for the board is how do we handle this? Do we eat it because it's not in our ordinance yet, or do we somehow try to recoup?
Well, Bob, I had a question too, that I guess the people that did this on this invoice said that they cleaned the screens and diagnosed why the backup. Do we know what their
I was
diagnosis?
wondering
Yeah, the diagnosis was it wasn't our problem, that it had to be between the tank and the building. And it was not, the grease traps had been cleaned, that was it, but apparently they had a big plug, and maybe their own plumber misdiagnosed it, that's all I can
Well,
say.
I guess my question was if we just cleaned the screens a month ago, does this kind of?
The screens are a minor issue compared to pumping them, it's 41 cents a gallon to pump it. And they also have to clean it to inspect the lines, because one of the lines had cracked previously, we replaced it with a new line.
Right.
Weren't sure, was there an old one in there still, because that's what they were insisting. We don't know if all the lines are replaced, you gotta check it out, and they're, going out to the street, and that wasn't the problem.
So did
Well,
I
my
miss?
question,
Sorry,
I'm sorry.
sorry.
My question was that, and this is just my understanding, that a lot of time that maintenance, and if they continually, the screens are clogged up, it indicates that they're putting stuff down there
Right.
that they shouldn't. So my question was, if we just did this a month ago and already the screens were.
My impression wasn't bad, they just did it as a matter of course to make sure everything was done and wasn't on our end, there was any problem. So, and there wasn't.
Well, did he run a snake all the way to the,
No, our guy said, the other one apparently did afterwards, after we determined what was going on. Now, they said they ran it all the way to our tank before, that's what they verbally told us. And they said, your plumber says it's your problem with the tank, between the tank and the street,
But it's not,
and it's not.
okay.
So,
Seems pretty cut and dry.
Yeah, it
I mean,
seems,
if they asked us to do something that wasn't necessary, then
right,
Yeah.
right.
they should pay for it.
yeah. Okay,
How does
so,
that go with our ordinance right now? I mean,
Yeah.
Well, if our
Well,
ordinance was
yeah.
in effect.
Then
this
we
wouldn't
could.
even be on the agenda,
Immediately,
yeah.
I'd say, no, sorry.
They wouldn't immediately.
Yeah.
Call us.
and how do you feel about that, Colleen, then? Do you think we should?
I think they should pay for it.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
too. Yeah,
Be free.
okay, somebody wanna make a motion then?
I'll make a motion that we notify the captain's wheel that, the clog was not, between our tank
attend the street.
and the street.
Between
So,
their building and the tank.
according to our policy, we will not pay for it, it's their responsibility.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, number 5, action item, replacing and removing meters